Hey guys, me again.
Yo.
My guest at this time is, I don't know what your YouTube channel name is. It's like AAZA,
921.
that number. And we're going to do another segment of Train of Thought. You all know how this works. Pick a card from apples to apples and just start talking, see what goes from there. You want to do the honors? And the topic is...
What?
Oh, Pablo Picasso. You know, the famous Cubism artist.
Oh yeah. I know a little about him, but not much.
I had to do some research for him in Spanish class a little bit, and I didn't really find too much about him. So basically, we've just gone from an artist to obscurity.
Yep.
This video is going great, isn't it? This conversation's just off to a rocketing start. Actually, you know, in my comp class a few days ago, we had to do this paper about researching different arts. And like saying graffiti's an art, or this is an art, or blah 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 blah. And
Well, art is whatever you perceive as art.
and yeah, apparently there was this sculpture of a pregnant woman, a heavily pregnant woman in a public park. And people were like, what? That's not art. Get it out of here. But then the artist is like, it offends you, you feel something, it makes you feel something, that's art.
True. That would be the definition of art.
Art's just,
Well, art makes you feel something.
that's why I consider music an art.
Yeah, it is an art. They call it the musical arts for a reason.
I actually consider comedy an art myself, because, you know,
It's hard to make people laugh.
it is very difficult to make people laugh, especially when they're not there to be made laughing.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to make somebody laugh in a laundromat?
Yes.
That's like the hardest thing to do ever.
Yep. They also need something funny. Like some of the best comedians, they just take portions of their shitty lives and make them into a joke.
Especially one of my favorites, Christopher Titus. His whole act is just his life, which I just love about it. There's this serious stuff, but he's like, yeah, this is funny.
Yeah. If you ever look up Louis C.K.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah. It's all he does is stuff about things that have happened in his life or just crappy life
Remember
stories.
that thing when he talks about the deer?
The deer.
Go ahead and check that out. Louis C.K. hitting a deer. You'll be able to see that right up there. See the little search bar? Why are you still watching this? Go ahead. Go now. It's funny.
I don't do annotations on my videos, but I don't even know how.
There's like a video on YouTube to show you how to use annotations on YouTube.
Yeah, but I don't care.
It's not really that. It's not really that tricky. It's like you go to like edit video, I think, and there's like a thing where you can click annotations, and you can like there's a whole video on my channel about annotations. It's called how many seconds does it take to find my webcam? It's just an annotation over here, and then it's over there, and then it's down here, and then it's over here, and it describes my thought process while I'm finding the webcam.
Right. Something just happened.
That's just a stop button.
Oh, okay.
Nothing really happened.
Oh.
It's a vision of your imagination.
I saw like a yellow circle go around something.
I pushed a button. I pushed a button, and it went to that.
Oh.
Buttons. A lot of damage can come from buttons.
Oh, don't I know that.
especially a presidential button.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had a president that like actually had that button? If that button was actually within reach and it was so easily accessible, like in the cartoons. Like I remember watching this Ren and Stimpy episode.
God, it takes more than that.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot. But I remember watching this Ren and Stimpy episode where Ren was imagining himself as like the president of the United States, and he's like talking to some country. He's like, "What do you mean you don't want to cooperate? Do you know who you're dealing with?" And he pushes a button, and Australia just blows up.
Well, that's Australia.
Hey, there are kangaroos in there.
Point.
PETA, help me out here. This is the only time I'm ever going to ask you for a favor.
Hey, the only proves my point that who cares? It'd be like saying if a new cake candidate, no one would care.
Maybe all the pancake fanatics, you know, IHOP would be like, oh no, we're out of maple syrup. Call Mrs. Butterworth. Tell her we need more maple. And raspberry.
That probably would happen.
You know the, you know the Aunt Jemima pancakes?
No.
No?
I don't eat it a lot.
Well, like, there's a brand of pancakes called Aunt Jemima. Really? But, like, and apparently the spokesperson for a while got hit in a car accident. And there was a rumor going around that she was hit by Mrs. Butterworth.
Oh, that's great.
I like pancakes.
Agreed.
Who doesn't like pancakes?
Someone who's allergic to them?
Who's allergic to pancakes?
Someone who's allergic to whatever's in pancakes?
It's who could possibly be allergic to like the pancake mix? It's like bread.
People who have a gluten allergy?
I seriously want. Now, okay, if you're allergic to pancakes, then that's one thing. But I want to meet the person who's like, yeah, I don't like pancakes.
Agreed.
Pancakes are terrible. I just want to meet this person and slap him in the face. It's like, okay, here's a pancake, put some Peter Pan peanut butter on this, add some raspberry jelly, eat up.
I love how we got from Pablo, whatever
Yeah,
his
that's the
name
point
was.
of this video.
Awesome. Well,
This-
it was kind of unfair because we both don't know jack crap about Pablo Picasso.
I did. We just know he's the artist guy.
Yeah.
And now we've come full circle.
Yay.
I need to get some kind of editing in here where I can throw fireworks up in the air. Oh, my vision for my first YouTube video wasn't like the crap of, you're getting it, somebody's getting a text. We're being invaded by aliens.
Well, it's not necessarily always a text. It's sometimes just your cell phone searching for signal. Which
Or
in
we're
this-
being invaded by aliens. If you can hear that on YouTube, then you understand what we're talking about. If you can't hear that on YouTube, well, then we're just crazy. Which really isn't news, if you ask me. I've known that all my life.
I think they can hear it. I mean, there's a mic picking it up.
Hopefully. Otherwise, we're gonna seem really crazy.
Yeah.
Crazier than normal.
Wait, where is the mic? Is it just...
It's in the
connected?
camera.
Okay. That kind of annoys me.
The camera
For some
is the
reason.
mic.
It kind of annoys me for some reason.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Well, this is coming from the guy who speaks in a headset constantly.
True.
Like,
Not
I haven't.
constantly. I don't really wear my headset that much. Oh,
What
come
do you
on.
want? We'll give you our gold, okay? Problem solved.
Would be mine.
Talk about timing, huh?
Talk about I'm turning my phone off now. There we go. I'm lazy. I just take the battery out.
That's just what society is anymore. Laziness.
Well, no, it's not really the fact I'm lazy. It's the fact of I don't feel like unlocking my phone just to turn it off.
True.
So it's easier just to open the backup and take the battery out.
You know what that somehow reminded me of? Like, you know how they came out with the iPad 2?
Sure.
Is it any different from the iPad 1?
Software updates or something.
Is it any different from the iPad 1?
Software updates. They add.
It can do the same thing as an iPad, as the first one can. But
they,
like,
they add features that people have already made free apps for.
features that you
that-
can get on the App Store.
for free. Sometimes. I don't know. I don't really screw around with Apple that much. All I have is an iPod.
Seriously, it's like
And I hacked it.
seriously, it's like if you put a 2 at the end of it, it's newer and better. Can you imagine that? The Wii 2.
Yeah, that's what the Wii U is.
Just without the T.
Yeah, it's just the Wii U.
That sounds like something. That sounds like some kind of chant. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
It sounds like an attachment to me.
I can imagine somebody on a roller coaster going, Wii U. Imagine if a college named themselves that. We University.
Sounds kind of like a Pokemon name.
We used laser attack. It was super effective.
God, Pokemon. That was an art.
That was a good. That was really the thing that started off the whole Japanese trading card game thing.
Yeah, in America anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Magic did, but I don't know if Magic is American
I
or...
never really heard of Magic, to be honest with you.
I believe it's called Magic the Gathering. It's a...
Okay, that I've
trading.
heard of, but
Yeah,
like I haven't like known about it. But that's
It's a card game that started back, I think, the 80s or the 90s. And it got really big, and then Pokemon came out.
and then Pokemon ruled the world.
Yeah, and then Yu-Gi-Oh came out.
And
That ruled the world. And Digimon.
Digimon like came up a little bit, but Pokemon was still way up here.
Yeah, and then there was Yu-Gi-Oh, which just triumphed over everybody. And I don't know what's...
Yu-Gi-Oh cheated in the
there.
first season. You remember the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh? You could like literally do the fuck ever. It was one thing in particular was when Yugi's facing Weevil, and he's got like the Super Moth or something, and it's like his attack points are like 2,800 or something, and he's got the Summon Skull, who's 2,500 if I remember
Oh yeah,
right.
and the water thing.
Yeah, and he used like this mist thing that has nothing to do with any attack points at all. If you actually read the definition of the card, its effect has nothing to do with anybody's attack points.
Well, see, the thing is...
But because the Summon Skull uses electricity attacks, ooh, he gets a magical boost of energy.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I can do this. Why? Because fuck it.
Yeah, they explained it in the show that it was a field... Let me get my hands... There we go. Field effect. Bullshit. Oops. Sorry.
That was my dad's chest, in case you're wondering. So yeah, about Yu-Gi-Oh! And another big example of them cheating big time was when it's Yugi versus Kaiba 2. You know, and they're like doing with the disc things, the frisbee things.
Oh, yeah.
And he uses multiplier to get like 5 million different Karibos.
Oh, yeah, that's so cheap. It only really gives you, like, 4.
And little Karibo explains it the best out of anybody. I'm going to use Living Arrow to fuse my mammoth grave skull with your blue eyes 3-headed dragon, causing it to rot from the inside. How the heck do you do that? It's called cheating. Deal with it.
It's called bullshit. Don't like it? Too bad.
That was like my catchphrase in high school. Whenever somebody would like brag about something, I'd be like, "Congratulations, you want a cookie? Sure. Too bad." Aw. I made that my ringtone for a while.
You didn't have a catchphrase.
I was in that phase where like I'm trying to make a catchphrase in 9th grade. Cause like, everybody's trying to like get their own little thing in high school.
Yeah.
That's like the find your identity phase of life.
Which is bull, because it's really in college. You don't realize what your identity is. You think
Until you think you know
what it is in high school, but when you hit college, you realize, wow, I didn't know shit.
So much learning happening here.
College is just like a kick in the balls.
Constantly.
Yes, it's like a constant stream of getting kicked in the balls.
Socially, mentally, emotionally, everything.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of an awesome experience.
Yeah, too.
So it's like, wow, that sucks. The schoolwork kicks you in the balls, but everything else is kind of great because you meet new people.
Yeah, it's seriously the best years of your life.
Like the complete opposite of high school.
Middle school, actually. That was
yeah,
like
middle
school was
the worst.
terrible.
Yeah.
Middle school was like the worst idea ever conceived.
Middle school.
Maybe it was just teenagers. Young teenagers.
Dad, can you come here and say that into the camera so people know what we're laughing at?
Agreed.
My dad's hilarious. Hey, how did we get to this topic anyway?